So in college, I had been down a long road since as a child, trusting in God and singing His praises and garnering that peace. But through time, I turned away and began to party and depend on substances and things to kind of what I thought was get me through and help me to have fun and be fun. And I was dating someone in college, and I don't remember what we were discussing, but I had mentioned how I was going to go to heaven. And he laughed and said, "No, you're not. Like, do you think that you're going to go to heaven when you're partying all the time and you smoke so much you can't sing anymore? Like, you sound terrible." And that was all he had to say, but that just like struck me so hard. And I feel like that was my choice time. So am I going to hear what God has clearly given me a chance here? I had deceived myself. I can do whatever I want, and as long as I know who God is, then I'm good. I'm gonna go to heaven, I'll get to it later. You know, it's normal at this age, and I'm fine. But when he said that, I wasn't fine. And I knew I needed to choose. And I think back, as a child, how faithful he was. And then to turn away, you know. I asked God, would he be willing to restore me to the person that I was when I was a child? I wanted my heart back. I didn't really know who I was or what I was doing, because I was partying so much, you know, just working and partying. And I make money, so everything's great, but it wasn't. And I guess I didn't realize it until I was told, you're not going to go to heaven. I mean, that's pretty clear. But I knew, my heart knew then it was time to make a choice. So I chose to ask. And that's where it starts. And that's so pivotal, important, and important. But keeping your heart open to God is so important. It's a narrow road that you don't just open the door once and then shut it and go back to your life. God will pursue you through people, through circumstances, and you have to make a choice. Once you put your trust in God and you ask Him to expand your faith, or for me, I found, like, being a single parent, for example, I used to worry and plan and plot and work 3-4 jobs, and think that I'm going to make everything work out until my health failed. And I came to a place in a different way of where I couldn't depend on myself. And somehow here today I'm working, even though I still have physical things that I struggle with. But God has just surrounded me with love and grace, and my family here. And in those times when I feel especially weak, God shows up especially strong, because I don't depend on myself. He's given me a whole community here, and it's changed my life. Whether I needed food and I had money show up on my desk, or I needed food and my boss bought food for me and just showed up. Things would just show up. And I think they come from that quiet place, and from other willing hearts. So the community that you start with God in your alone time, He will expand it far greater than you can imagine. The alone time that you spend with God, and that you ask and you seek and you long and you scream and you cry and you dance and you praise and you rejoice. Those secret alone times will expound and expand exponentially and can change the whole world. It will change your whole world.